Today's program is brought to you by OTCStockShark.com. For the latest and greatest OTC and Pink Sheets information, sign up for your account at OTCStockShark.com. Thank you for tuning in to TBC Today. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano. In U.S. news today, on Tuesday, President Barack Obama signed into law an overhaul of the college student loan program, which cuts commercial banks out of the student loan business, drying up a multi-billion-dollar profit stream. The student loan overhaul fulfills a long-time goal of Democratic lawmakers to end the bankers' role as middlemen and replace them with direct federal loans and aid to students. The White House said the change would save taxpayers $68 billion over the next decade. The money saved will help expand and strengthen the federal Pell Grant program for students. The change will cap college graduates' annual student loan repayments at 10% of their income. Obama wants to award $2.5 billion to colleges and universities. Obama's fellow Democrats in the Senate and House of Representatives got the measure through Congress by tucking it into a package of changes approved last Thursday to the sweeping U.S. healthcare overhaul. While the healthcare overhaul itself has generated skepticism among many Americans worried about its costs and associated debt, the student loan changes have been popular. The CNN Opinion Research Corporation said last week a telephone survey of 1,000 adult Americans found 64% of respondents approved it, while 34% opposed it. Obama is to sign the measure at an event at Northern Virginia Community College. Now over to Brandon with international news.
Thanks again, Angie. In today's international news, 4 employees of the British-Australian mining giant Rio Tinto, including an Australian citizen, were found guilty by a Chinese court Monday of accepting millions of dollars in bribes and stealing commercial secrets. They were sentenced to between 7 and 14 years in prison and ordered to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines, yielding one of the stiffest sentences ever handed down against a high-ranking executive working for a multinational company. The case heightened the fears of foreign investors doing business here because the 4 were initially detained on espionage charges, fueling concerns that the prosecution was politically motivated, intended to punish Rio Tinto for its clashes with the Chinese companies. Until the verdict, Rio Tinto, one of the world's biggest producers of iron, had strongly defended its employees, but the company issued a statement late Monday saying it had decided immediately to fire 4 employees, describing the evidence released during the trial that they had accepted about $13.5 million in bribes as beyond doubt. The verdict, which comes shortly after Google decided to pull its search engine out of Beijing, appears to be the latest indication that China is taking a harder line with foreign companies doing business here. Rio Tinto was not charged in the case, but in announcing its verdict, the court essentially accused the company of using stolen information to harm China's economic interest, costing about 20 of the country's steel mills an extra $150 million last year alone. Between 2003 and 2009, the court alleged that the 4 defendants used improper means to gain information that allowed Rio Tinto to jack up the price that China paid for its iron ore exports. Jerome Cohen, a professor at New York University and an expert in China's legal system, said even after the trial, we do not know most of the facts. It does seem clear, however, that the prosecution was related to the iron ore negotiations. An Australian citizen who served as Rio Tinto's general manager in Shanghai and whom the Australian government fought for the right to a fair trial eventually pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 7 years in prison for bribery and 5 years for stealing business secrets. The court reduced his sentence to 10 years in prison, but it was still unusually long for a foreign executive. And now to Angie with today's travel news.
Ever wish you had sonic hearing? Well, now you can with the amazing Silver Sonic XL from Bell & Howell. Now you can easily hear sounds that other people can't, and even hear conversations from clear across the room.
John is a really nice guy.
Yeah, he is. I hope he's enjoying his surprise party.
The sleek, ergonomically designed Silver Sonic XL is lightweight and small, just like a cell phone ear adapter. Its flexible ear mount easily adjusts to fit all ear shapes and sizes, and the molded ear tip lets it fit you comfortably. And because it resembles a cell phone ear adapter, no one will ever know that you have sonic hearing. Now you can sit in the balcony and hear the orchestra like you're sitting in the front row. Keep track of your kids while they play in the park, and even hear the doorbell when you're working in the backyard. You'll be amazed at how clear and vibrant every sound is. The Bell & Howell Silver Sonic XL picks up and amplifies sounds from up to 30 yards away. You can watch TV without turning up the volume, and even watch in bed without disturbing others. Your Bell & Howell Silversonic XL amplifies sounds up to 50 decibels. There's a high and low switch to vary the sound intensity, and a volume control so you can set just the level you want. With the Silversonic XL, you might even hear things that may pleasantly surprise you.
Her body is amazing. I wish I could look like that.
Similar products are being sold elsewhere for $40 or more, but through this exclusive TV-only offer, the Bell & Howell Silversonic XL is yours for only $19.95. And just listen to this. When you call, be sure to ask about our deluxe model upgrade that's fully rechargeable and comes with its own charger, so you'll never have to buy another battery again. Get Silversonic XL now and start hearing things you've never heard before. Call now.
To order your Silversonic XL, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-230-7100 or send $19.95 plus shipping and handling to Silversonic XL, P.O. Box 3700, Palm Desert, California. But for quicker service, call 1-800-230-7100.
Thank you, Brandon. In travel news today, eco-friendly vacations come in all shapes and sizes. Travelers looking for a green vacation can enjoy all the comforts of a luxury resort in an earth-conscious setting, or they can choose to take a more outdoorsy adventure and rough it in basic cabins in the heart of nature. We've tracked down various eco-tourism options for your next earth-friendly trip. At Cedar Creek Treehouse, travelers can escape to a fantasy treehouse in the canopy of a giant cedar tree. The Cedar Creek Treehouse borders the Gifford National Forest and is about 10 miles from Mount Rainier National Park. Up to 5 adults can camp in the treehouse located 50 feet above ground in the cedar tree branches. Facilities include a gas stove, icebox, kitchen sink, and small bathroom. Guests can spend the day swimming and fishing in the clear stream in front of the tree or exploring the wilderness of the nearby forest. Next is the Dobson House, which offers the luxury of a top-notch bed and breakfast in an eco-friendly setting. The 6,000 square foot solar structure is an earthship built with recycled materials. The decor and views are pure southwest with plenty of scenery, including the Rio Grande Gorge. The B&B has 2 suites with separate sleeping and sitting areas that accommodate up to 4 guests. Breakfast includes Mexican baked eggs, ricotta cheese pancakes, and Texas pecan biscuits. Refreshments are served in the afternoon. Dinner is available at an extra charge. Gaviota Coral Reef Resort is located on the tiny island of Tobacco Cay at the opening of a huge barrier reef, making it an ideal vacation for divers and snorkelers. The eco-resort is completely powered by wind and solar energy. Guests can spend their time out of the water seeing the sights with guided tours or trying their hand at fishing. Lastly, the Maho Bay Camps. Maho Bay is recognized as a pioneer of ecotourism. The resort's goal is to create memorable vacations in the beautiful setting of St. John without sacrificing the delicate ecosystem of the island. The majority of resort buildings are powered through a combination of solar panels and wind generators. The resort staff's regard for the environment doesn't stop with alternative energy sources. Maho Bay Camps actively recycles, augments its water supplies with rain collection, and carefully plans all new buildings to avoid damaging the pristine setting of St. John. The resort offers a full array of water sports from diving to windsurfing. Nature lovers will enjoy hiking into the nearby Virgin Island National Park. In entertainment news, Twilight fans rejoice. A new novel is set to be released based on a character from one of the popular franchise's books. According to the Associated Press, author Stephanie Meyer will be releasing the short Second Life of Bree Tanner on June 5th, which tells the story of a newborn vampire featured in Eclipse, the 3rd installment of the best-selling series. Meyer says the story was originally going to be included in the Twilight Saga, the official guide, but ended up being too long to fit.
Thank you for tuning in to TBC Today. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano.